Wednesday and it's early afternoon. We had another bad night last night with Caroline's health. Actually, and Rachel had some cataplexy last night, and we were getting ready to, we're prepping for the doctor's appointment today last night, and we had decided already that we were going to cancel Rachel's appointment just because I realized, or Caroline, we both realized that that would leave Caroline at home alone with Sarah, which can be difficult at times. Sarah is up and down. You never know what kind of mood she's going to be in, if she's going to be happy or not, and she can take a lot of attention, where it's like every 5 minutes you're getting up with her. Some days you don't hear from her for hours, but other days you do, and you never know what you're going to get. And last night Caroline was doing the dishes, and she realized that she was going to have Sarah all by herself, and she knew she physically couldn't do it. So we had already decided Rachel would stay home with her, and then I would just take Hannah. Well, about, I guess, I don't know, 30 minutes or so after that, went in there and found Caroline in a ball on the floor in the office with stomach pain. So I went to talk to Hannah about that, who was getting ready for bed, and looked in Rachel and Caroline's room, and Rachel basically had face planted. I mean, just like plop. It looked like she just like timber down on the floor, like face on the floor, and she had a cataplexy attack. And Hannah and I are looking at each other, and I'm like, okay, this is not going to work. Not going to be able to go tomorrow. I'll just get up early and I sleep a little bit, get up, call the doctor, and then sleep some more. So I had set my alarm, and I knew I didn't get to sleep until close to 6. So I knew that, and last night I was up, because I was up with Caroline, I knew that it was going to be really hard to wake up at 8. So I set my alarm for like 8:05, 8:15, 8:20, 8:30, you know. So I would wake up by 9, and about 9 o'clock my phone rang, and I looked and I saw it was the clinic, and I thought, oh, they're just calling me to remind me of Caroline's appointment tomorrow. And I was half asleep still, so I hit the button and sent the call away. Well, that woke me up enough that I was, okay, I need to call. It's time, I need to call them. So I called back and asked for the doctor's appointment person, and she goes, oh, I just called you. She goes, I'm sure you heard about the wreck and on interstate, and the doctor is stuck and he can't get to the office, so he's having me cancel all his morning appointments. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I told her what was going on with us, and she was like, oh, well, it worked out good, you know. I'm sorry you were all sick last night, but it worked out good. So I've got to call today and reschedule those appointments, and I'm going to separate them. I have 2 appointments where I was doing Hannah and Rachel together, but I'm just seeing I can't do that. I have to have at least one of them here with Caroline. If not for Caroline's health, you know, just to help with Sarah too, but mostly is for Caroline's health. And so today I got a free day, and I'm so happy because the next week is going to be crazy. So I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to be working. I'm doing, I don't know if you've ever seen the Fly Lady book. I meant to have it with me, and I don't. I'll show it later. But I have, I'm still to do Fly Lady method of cleaning, because the house is, I mean, the kitchen is like a mountain of dishes. It's like, you know, when mom gets sick and everybody's cooking and the kitchen goes to pot. Well, it's sort of like that, except all the girls are like mom, and you know, it's when everybody's sick and everybody's down, you are doing good to get your own food, much less clean the kitchen. So it's, you know, we got some dishes done last night, but there are pots. That's the big thing today, is there are pots, a mountain of pots that need to be cleaned, and other stuff. So I'm gonna work on that. But the Fly Lady method is you work on something for 15 minutes and then you switch. I'm gonna sit outside, eat my breakfast, and make my to-do list, and then I'm gonna get started on cleaning. And I will check back in with you throughout the day.
Hey guys, I am in my bedroom right now. You haven't been seeing much of me in these vlogs because Friday, right after I started filming, I'm sorry, my hand's dipping. Friday, right after I started filming, I got really sick, and it's been pretty brutal since then, and I have been getting very little sleep and have not been feeling well at all. It's been really, really brutal. This health stuff is kind of the stuff that I am wanting to get on vlogging stuff. I'm sorry, I have very little brain power right now, but this is why I've not been vlogging, because I have been getting next to no sleep. And when I say next to no sleep, I mean next to no sleep. It's been really bad, and I just haven't had the brain to vlog. I'm not even putting on makeup right now, but I am trying to get back up on my feet. I'm feeling a little bit better right now, and I'm going to I'm sorry. A little girl just ran down the street in a tutu with a unicorn horn on her head. It was so cute. I don't know what that was. So anyway, I'm gonna try and clean my room and clean out the hedgehog boxes, because my room and Rachel's room is currently a little bit messy, but it happens. Our room gets a little cluttery, but we clean it every few days or so. We have a method. It's let it get messy, then clean it, then let it get messy, and it works for us. So I'm gonna clean the hedgehog boxes in our bedroom and sort of show you how I do that, what I usually do, because they have these wheels in their boxes that they run on down there. I don't know, is this pointed at the box? Yeah, they run on those wheels and they get really dirty. Because, yeah, they get dirty. Hedgehogs don't really go to the bathroom in a particular place. Some people can litter box train their hedgehogs. Ours don't do that. We tried. They didn't take to that. So I'm gonna get the wheels in the tub to soak, because that's how I do it. We clean the tub really well afterward, don't worry. And then I'm gonna get started in the bedroom. And I'm probably gonna put Gilmore Girls on while I clean in here. But I was just gonna record while I clean in here and give you all a nice little cleaning segment.
It's Thursday morning and we're on our way to the rheumatologist for Caroline. I know it seems like this is where I spend a lot of my time, and it is where I spend a lot of my time. We go to doctor's appointments. This and doctor's appointments we go to a lot. Today, Caroline was supposed to have a rheumatology appointment in a couple of weeks, but her PCP wanted her to bump it up to as soon as possible because she's got some stuff going on in her neck that she's concerned about, and apparently the PCP thought our rheumatologist should look at her. So we're going to do that, and he has the ability to do x-rays and stuff like that, so he can check out if there's any issues there, or if he wants to refer her to somebody else. But so that's where we're going today. We're after the rheumatologist, we'll probably run a couple errands. I need to see if I can find a nebulizer somewhere that our insurance will cover, and then I'll go home, get my shopping list together, and then after Jean gets home tonight, I'll go grocery shopping, and that'll be pretty much this day. It'll be full. But that's really, let me think, not a whole lot exciting. He may have to switch to nights for a few days next week. We don't know yet. I don't know when he's supposed to find out, but he used to work on nights at this place, and when he switched to days, he told his boss if he ever needed him to do it for, a special job, he would, and a very important job may be coming in, and he may need to do that. So I don't know what that's going to look like next week with him switching to nights for a few days and then having to flip his schedule back around and go back on days. He may go back in the woods this weekend because it's opening day of gun season. He's going to work Saturday, so he may go after work. We don't know yet. I don't know that yet either. I don't really know a whole lot, except I have to go to doctor's appointments and when I have to go. But other than that, life is up in the air. Rachel, I don't know about how Rachel's doing today. She looked okay when she got up. She wasn't doing well yesterday, and Hannah's not feeling super great, so she's doing a lot of resting while watching Sarah. But that seems to be going well so far this morning too. It's just been it's been a rough couple of days. Last night we were all being affected by something. Things in the air can really bother us, and it was like everybody was having attacks last night, and I don't know how to explain it because they're a little different for each of us, but we just get real out of sorts, and it's weird and it's hard to explain. But I can't think. This morning.
That's what we do.
There, that's it. That's what we do. We get to this place where it's just like coherent sentences don't come, and we can tell by looking at each other, okay, there's something wrong with them. Excuse Sarah. Excuse Sarah. That's Caroline. No, Caroline. She can't help that. Her her throat problems and everything make her burp a lot, and she took her meds, and so after she takes a lot of medicine, she burps and burps and burps. So it's life. It's like 9-year-old boy humor, and
I almost burp too.
no, but boys make jokes about it more.
Yeah, they're allowed to burp.
Yeah. So yes, young ladies are not. That's a whole other story.
Except I was the one over there burping my ABCs. I didn't give a fuck. I did it in church.
Yes. I just don't even know where to go with that.
Yeah.
Should I tell them the story about the Ladylike friends?
Ladylike friend?
Well, okay. When they were little, I'm guessing Caroline was about 7. So they were probably 7, 8, and 9.
Oh, I think I know what you were talking about, yeah.
And we had some friends. Now I have all girls, and I had some friends that had 2 girls that were, and then the youngest was like 12 years old. There was like a 12-year gap, I think, or more, between the oldest 2 daughters and the youngest daughter. And then in between it was all boys. And so this friend decided that we were getting together for 4th of July, and she thought it would be great to have her daughter come and hang around my girls, because they didn't have any of those old dirty boys to corrupt them and make them tomboyish and do all the things boys do. And so she was so excited when we invited them over, because they were going to get this nice feminine influence in their life. So they come over, and it happened to rain. It was 4th of July, and in our neighborhood there were tons of fireworks on 4th of July. So we were going to go sit outside and watch fireworks. It had rained not long before they came, so it was muddy outside. So we're sitting outside watching fireworks, and first thing my daughters teach her is to jump in mud puddles. And then they're out there stomping in mud, getting it all over their legs and stuff. And the second thing they did was she ran up to her mom and put a toad in her mom's face, because my girls taught her to catch toads and encouraged it. But the best one was when they taught her to spit watermelon seeds. And the mom looks at me and goes, "This wasn't exactly what I was expecting." And she said, I thought they would be a feminine influence on her because they don't have any brothers to corrupt them. And I just looked at her and said, no, they don't have any brothers, but they have a daddy. And so that's why we joke about, like being, and my girls can be real feminine and girly. And
there's a difference between femininity and girliness.
I know.
People mistake the two.
It's
to be feminine, you have to be a girly girl.
I mean,
there's nothing wrong with being a girly girl, but there's a difference between being feminine and a girl.
And so,
like super girly.
Yeah, I mean, they would wear skirts and dress in cute dresses and stuff, but you'd often find them up a tree with them on it. So,
be spotting each other, making sure no one can see up your skirt while you climb the tree.
Yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, the joke at our house is when their daddy yells snake, they don't run from him, they run to him. And you'll find them holding snakes. And in fact, my oldest daughter, that was one of the first things she ever did at this church when we moved to Houston. Was like the second Sunday there, the church was out in the country, and she caught a big speckled king snake. And all the boys at the church, the young boys, thought that was the coolest thing, that this girl is catching a snake. So yeah, we've always been a little different, because in homeschooling circles, typically, especially back in the olden days of homeschooling, all those years ago, there was a big push for girls to be girly and feminine, and my girls were. They loved their American Girl dolls. They loved those, cooking and baking and all those kind of girl things, but they also liked climbing trees, catching toads, catching snakes, and things like that. So I've always felt there was a balance there. It's you can be a girl, but you can enjoy other things too, and those things are not necessarily boy things. I don't understand, why people think they are, but it's a false belief system that people have set up, because it just doesn't have to be that way. Girls can be girls and still enjoy stomping in the mud. And if I think about it, I'll insert the video clip of Caroline when we were remodeling the house, jumping in the mud puddles at the ripe old age of 19. So, we're just a little bit more chillax than a lot of people about that kind of stuff. So we'll try to catch back up with you after the doctor, and we'll let you know how